Hello, hello, everybody in the Moving Beyond Fear Facebook community. Chelsea here, coming to you live on a Monday, making sure that it's loading. There we go. It is Monday here, and it is a snowy, cold day here for me. Originally a Florida girl, then lived in Chicago, then lived in Los Angeles, and now I'm in the mountains of California. So, woo! Yes, it is a beautiful winter wonderland outside. You can't really see it because of the lighting, but because it's such a snowy, cold day, today I'm staying inside all day, and I was like, you know what? Today's a really good day to come live and hang out with you guys. I see a few people joining me. If you're joining with me live, say hello. So I felt inspired this morning to just do a bonus live training for you all. And this is something that came up and was inspired by one of my group sessions for the Freedom to Love Mastermind that we run. And I was like, ooh, this is a really, really juicy topic. I see I have 5 people with me, so say hello, say hello. So today's training is going to be about why your relationship anxiety isn't going away. Why no matter what you do, it's still there, and it's really frustrating, and you're getting really angry, or maybe you're making lots of meaning out of it. And one of the most common things that those of us with relationship anxiety tend to do is the anxiety's still there. It won't go away. Maybe that means it's my truth. Maybe that means it's not really relationship anxiety and that it's real and that I'm in denial, right? Am I right or am I right? Anyone else out there have that interpretation of my relationship anxiety isn't going away? What if it's really not relationship anxiety and I'm just in the wrong relationship and it's my gut telling me to leave and I'm ignoring it because I'm a terrible person who's a coward and I'm just staying because I'm afraid to be alone, or I'm afraid blah, 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 blah. Right? I know some of you all out there are like, how does she know? How does she know literally what I'm thinking? I know this because I used to do the same thing too. And guess what? I've worked with countless people who experience relationship anxiety who think the same thing as well. It's part of relationship anxiety. It's the sneaky part of relationship anxiety. So today I want to talk about why your relationship anxiety isn't going away. If you're in a healthy, caring relationship, it's not because it's your truth, right? But like I said, this came up in our Freedom to Love Mastermind on Saturday. I ran a masterclass for that group on Saturday, and this came up. I've been dealing with this for years. I've been doing so much work, and it just won't go away. The anxiety is still there. It won't go away. It still comes up. And then there's that, what if this means it's not really relationship anxiety and it's true and it's my gut or my intuition, right? So there's that whole cycle. And there's something really important going on here. Because if you notice, even in that statement, my relationship anxiety just won't go away. It won't go away, and I want it to go away. And the fact that it's still here is making me frustrated. It's making me more anxious, and we're kind of layering on suffering on top of suffering. We're becoming frustrated with the presence of anxiety, or we think it has to be gone by a certain timeline. And then we're just making ourselves more and more anxious. Have you done that before? Maybe you're in that now of like, why won't this just go away? But let's just listen. Let's reflect on that statement. I want my anxiety to go away. I want it to go away. I don't want it to be here. And that in itself implies that we're resisting the anxiety, that we think that its presence is bad, or that it shouldn't be there, or that there's something wrong if the anxiety is there. So we're placing judgment on the presence of the relationship anxiety. We are resisting. We keep pushing against it and fighting it, thinking that if we just fight hard enough, that it will go away, that it will disappear, and that when it inevitably comes back up, we meet it with more resistance, or we shame ourselves, or we judge the fact that the relationship anxiety is there, that the intrusive thoughts are there, that the uncomfortable feelings are there. And herein lies the problem. Here is why your relationship anxiety won't go away, because you're trying to make it go away. I'm about to blow your mind, okay? Relationship anxiety doesn't go away because we want it to go away, or we're trying to push it away, or we're resisting it, or we're shaming it, or we're judging it, or we're judging ourselves for experiencing it. And this is the great paradox, or the secret of healing, is that we don't heal things by shaming or judging ourselves. That is not how we heal. That is not how we break free from relationship anxiety, from the intrusive thoughts, from the uncomfortable emotional experiences. We don't have freedom by shaming it, by pushing it, by resisting it, by judging it, by wishing it would go away, by looking at your watch. When will this leave? When will this leave? When will I have freedom? And maybe you've heard this before, but what you resist persists. What happens when you have like a little kid who is like trying to get your attention and you just kind of keep ignoring it? It's like, stop, 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 stop. That little kid's gonna start throwing a tantrum. That little kid is gonna get louder to get your attention. Maybe that little kid will go away for a while, but that little kid's gonna come back trying to get your attention. It's gonna get louder, more obnoxious, maybe start screaming. This is the exact same thing that happens with our relationship anxiety. The more we try to push it away, the louder it has to get in order to get your attention. The more you go la 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 la, the louder it's going to get. The louder the intrusive thoughts will get. The bigger the anxiety will feel. The more discomfort you'll experience, because it has to yell in order to get your attention. So as you keep pushing and resisting the anxiety, saying, go away, go away, go away, guess what? It gets louder. It pushes back because it just wants your attention. And here's the secret of truly breaking free from anxiety. We don't break free from anxiety by making it go away. We break free from anxiety by transforming our relationship with the anxiety. Instead of having a relationship of judgment and resistance, and you shouldn't be here, and when are you gonna leave, and la 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 la, and avoidance, 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 or fight, 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 fight. We have to transform that relationship. Instead of having that kind of relationship with the relationship anxiety, we have to have one of understanding and compassion. And how do we learn to understand someone? Maybe like you're making a friend for the first time, by getting to know it. We have to actually get to know our anxiety and what it's really about. What lives underneath the loud, obnoxious, intrusive thoughts? What lives underneath the feelings of discomfort and anxiety and tension and fear? Because this is just the way it's trying to get your attention. But we won't break free from relationship anxiety by continuing to wish it away. We actually have to transform our relationship with relationship anxiety. Because imagine that little toddler is trying to get your attention. And you actually bring that toddler in closer and say, hey, okay, tell me what's going on. What do you need? What do you need? I imagine that toddler that was throwing a tantrum will eventually settle down. And this is the secret. This is the key. This is the key shift. Relationship anxiety begins to soften and quiet, and it no longer needs to raise its voice when we learn to befriend it. When we stop shaming ourselves for having it. When we become curious and compassionate about it. This is the key shift. And this is way easier said than done, because relationship anxiety is a protective mechanism. So it's going to do whatever it can to protect you from the perceived danger of the risk of love, of the risk of vulnerability, of the risk of putting your heart out there. So it wants to get your attention. It wants to be the loudest, most obnoxious thing on the forefront of your mind. Because it believes if you let your guard down and you're not constantly thinking about your relationship, that something bad will happen. So relationship anxiety being a protective mechanism, knowing that it's not going to just go away when we just push it away. It really truly believes it's helping us. And so it's going to be stubborn when you resist it and say, go away, go away. It's like, no, you need me. You need me because if you don't have me, if you're not overthinking your relationship, something bad is going to happen. And I care about you. And I want you to be safe. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to experience what you did in the past. I don't want you to get hurt down the road. I don't want you to experience pain. Please, no, don't make me go away. No, I'm going to get louder because I'm here to stay. That's the dynamic that happens when we try to push the anxiety away and when we don't understand why she's there, what her purpose is. So we actually need to make friends with her. We need to make friends with the anxiety. We need to completely transform our relationship anxiety, because then she's going to learn, okay, this person, when I have a concern, I know she's there for me. I know she's not going to just try to silence me or push me away or shame me. So I can kind of soften a little bit. I can kind of relax. I don't need to be so loud. I don't need to come up all of the time. And then you become the leader of your life without the anxiety always yelling and trying to run the show because you're ignoring it or pushing it away or shaming it or judging it. And like I said, this is so much easier said than done because we've become so identified with the anxiety. We believe the surface level thoughts as true. And we go into the story, we go down the rabbit hole. We've been rehearsing this pattern for years. So it's not an overnight process. It takes a true shift in the relationship with anxiety. And how do we build a relationship? A relationship takes time, consistency, energy, commitment, right? To build a good relationship, time, energy, consistency, and commitment. That's what we have to give to our anxiety in order for anxiety to finally take a back seat, to soften, to no longer be the one running the show. Time, energy, consistency, and commitment. And we cannot skip the step of changing our relationship with anxiety. We can't skip that step. We actually have to fully embrace that step first and give our anxiety and our relationship with anxiety the time, energy, consistency, and commitment before we can feel that freedom. We can't skip that step. And I'll be real, it's not, for me, it wasn't something I could just do on my own because I was so caught up in the web of thoughts that it felt really confusing at times. And I wasn't really sure how to shift that relationship with anxiety. So for me, getting support was crucial. Having someone mirror back to me, having someone help me navigate my inner world that felt so distressing and felt so scary. Having a safe space and a safe container to help me do the thing that felt so scary, so that eventually it didn't feel scary at all anymore, because I had that safe support and that safe container to help me navigate these things that I had been resisting and avoiding and shaming and judging for so long. And at Healing Embodied, that's what we help our clients do. We provide that space of clarity and safety and support, and we help you navigate. We help you. We're like the mediator between you and your anxiety. We help you bridge that gap. We help you create a new relationship with your anxiety so that it's not having to yell and scream and come back and come back and come back. And this is the secret of the work. This is the secret sauce. I can't believe I'm just giving out the secret. But this is what we help our clients do every single day. And when our clients make this shift, the anxiety becomes a non-issue. Because like I said, it doesn't need to yell and scream and throw a tantrum anymore. It doesn't need to keep coming back and coming back. It begins to trust you, trust your decisions, trust your ability to handle things. It feels safe with you because you've built a safe, loving relationship with it. So if you want to transform your relationship with relationship anxiety so that it no longer runs your life, it doesn't need to keep screaming and throwing intrusive thoughts at you anymore, then request a free 30-minute relationship anxiety assessment with us so that we can map out what it's going to take for you to be able to have that freedom from relationship anxiety, to be able to build a new relationship with anxiety so that you can finally be all in your relationship instead of always having that screaming voice in your mind. And we're going to help you figure out what kind of support with us is going to be best to help you get there. So we only have, I think, 2 or 3 spots left for these free relationship anxiety assessments before the end of the month. So definitely book yours in this week. We would love to connect with you and help you navigate this. You don't have to do this alone. Remember, this is going to take time, energy, consistency, and commitment to truly transform this relationship with relationship anxiety so that you can actually feel that sense of freedom and peace. So if you're ready to do that, if you're ready to step it up, if you're ready to truly transform your relationship with relationship anxiety, then book that free assessment. I have posted the link in the caption, so go and check that out. And we can't wait to connect with you, and I can't wait to see you embrace love wholeheartedly. Bye for now.